Jay, South Philadelphia first. Yo. Bunch of people in the chat. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, brother Phil. What's going on?
Yeah, we got it in today. I'm usually at my work in the studio, but I had to bring a bunch of things home. But I'm going to use it and try and do some stuff over the holidays. I put our YouTube channel on Copilot and it just tore us apart. It would say do like more 8 to 12 minute videos, change the thumbnail, more shorts. So if anything happens as far as news, I think they're looking for more short form, long form. Like the 45-minute podcast may be too long for people that don't know us, but people would watch a 5-minute or 10-minute on like a specific topic.
So maybe
There
we
you go.
index part of like when we do the podcast out, we sort of like do segments. Maybe you break the upload up into like maybe 10 segments and it's or 5
I'm gonna
segments, like
figure out
5-10 minute segments.
free game for all content creators out there. 8 to 12 minutes and mad shorts for each.
I've been hitting YouTube a little bit. It's uploaded, but I haven't done my plan yet. But I don't know if have you been seeing the say the word on the beat challenges going around pretty good? It's like beep.
Yeah,
beep,
I saw
beep,
that. It was
mouse,
vertical.
Yeah, so I have a plan for that. It took me all day yesterday to make the video. So I'll be making an Instagram reel out of it, but that is on YouTube. So and it's getting views. And the Yule log is killing it.
The Yule log?
Yeah. Which is the exact opposite of a 12-minute video. It's an 8-hour video, but it's doing good.
I think it said it didn't know like what to recommend for us because we had a little bit of everything. We had because it's still a relatively new channel, so we had the reviews for the fire pit, and then we had all the podcasts, and then we have shorts, and then we have, but yeah,
Eagles dominate Raiders. Dallas loss. YouTube clip is doing awesome. 1.5K, 1.3K. Seems like all of our podcast clips do at least 1,000 on YouTube. That's pretty good.
Yeah. Have you seen Malik's video for the on the beat trend? No,
I did.
But do you need it? Do you need it landscape to put it up on your TV and do it, or you have a different idea that you're not telling anybody?
No, I did it. I did it at work to my people that I work with.
All right, so
and
on the
as a test,
trend,
that works out good.
On the beat trend coming soon. Cool. So,
and it's a different take than it's a different take than Malik. I did not want to do anything near like I try to like be unique when we do stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. A lot of copycats, people just recreating other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, Eagles Commanders, we'll talk about it, and Eagles Bills coming up. The big topic of the day is should we start them? Should we sit them? I know you kind of previewed this a little bit earlier, but what are your thoughts on all that situation?
Yeah, by the way, if you want to engage with us during the podcast on Instagram stories and Facebook stories, I posted a poll question, start them or sit them. So I would love to hear from all of our followers out there, those of people listening or people that even just hit the story and aren't watching it live. Start them or sit them. My philosophy is you never start your players if you're playing for something, right? You only sit your players when you're literally not playing for anything, that no good could come of them playing. So while we still have a mathematical chance to get the second seed, I say you play your players. Now, maybe not Lane Johnson. Like if he's like kind of like on the fringe, maybe you rest him. Same thing with Jordan Davis. But you're Jalen Hurts and everybody else, as long as you're playing for something, you play. The Seahawks, they're suspect. Seahawks fan, you know you're suspect. You know Sam Darnold's not taking you anywhere. Let's not get carried away. What about you?
Yeah, I don't think you could rest him for 2 weeks straight. It's too long of a layoff. I'm
Yeah,
not
way too
worried
long.
about the injury. I think even with winning out, the highest percentage as of now is to just stay the 3, but there is a lot of scenarios where they could jump up to the 2. There's like a super, super long shot with everybody losing out that there's like a still a 1% chance at the 1, but that's not likely. But I'd really like that too because the Eagles had it, and depending on who wins the NFC West, they could potentially get bounced. So I like the fact they're playing for it. I like the fact that Jalen Carter and Lane Johnson are back, and I would definitely like them to play a little bit, and then maybe they'll get off week 18 if it doesn't matter. But Bears play the Niners, and the Niners got to win, and we kind of need the Bears to lose. So if that happens and we somehow beat the Bills, yeah, they may even have to go into week 18 with the idea of playing. But before we get to all that, um, the game on Saturday was a little weird. We had a long layoff because it's usually Sunday. We usually have like a day in between. I feel like it was months ago that game on Saturday, but first half terrible. You've been kind of talking about it all season how pissed you were at the special teams. So I don't know if you have
Yes.
any thoughts on the special teams.
Yeah, same old with your special teams. We have kick returners that barely know what they're doing, taking the ball out of the end zone when they're not supposed to, and doing all kinds of ridiculous things. So it's officially a coaching issue. And whatever approach Jake Elliott has to the ball, he's missing all of his kicks identically, right? So like I've never said that I'm a football player or know how to play football, but one thing I do know is soccer. And when you pull a ball, because I played soccer my whole life, if you're putting a ball in the same exact place every time, it's a body mechanics issue, right? It's like if you're kicking the ball over the goal every single time, you're leading too far back when you kick it. Jake is missing all of his kicks wide to the same direction, so he has a mechanical issue. They fired the long snapper for some reason. But he needs to get to the bottom of it because he's one of the worst kickers in the league. But we know he's one of the best kickers in the league. So he might need somebody in his ear. Maybe they're being too nice to him. Like, honestly, he might need like a mean approach at this point. Like, Jake, get your crap together. We need you. Now, do I have faith in Jake Elliott? 100%. Jake Elliott has been amazing for us in the playoffs. He is one of the few players on the team that has 2 Super Bowl rings. I mean, who's active on the team with 2 rings right now? Him and BG and a couple linemen, right?
Lane,
Lane, maybe
Lane,
just
that's
Lane,
about it.
and that's about it. So he's been there, he's done that, he's clutch. He is Jake the Make. He's not Missy Elliott, and I have every faith in him. But he needs to pick his game up, and it needs to be better. And the special teams coaching is horrendous. Horrendous. It's very very bad.
It's bad. It's funny. Michael Clay was on Chip Kelly's staff when he was the Eagles coach, and then Doug came in and had his own people. And it's weird they brought Clay back, but it's funny. You've been saying it all year, and it's kind of like the Kevin Patullo thing. They can't really fire him mid season. They can't really fire Jake
There's
mid
nothing you
season,
can do.
and then they're just saying like it's a team game. It's a team game, and like that's what I see with the special teams. It's just the like returners are fumbling, the blocking's bad, the on the kickoff it's bad. Like running down the field and covering. I guess the punter has been like the lone bright spot, but
Yeah,
they fired the snapper a lot. So you're saying like body mechanics and stuff with the kicker. I feel like they blamed it on the snapper a couple times. Maybe I don't know what that does to the timing and what that does to his mechanics, but they
I'm sure
fired
it's a
Rick Lovato,
factor,
they
but
brought
like
some other guy in.
it hasn't made it better. It'd be one thing if they
Yeah,
got rid of him and it got better. It got rid of him and it stayed the same. So it tells me that the issue's with the kicker. But
it's a
we know
kicker.
Jake can pull it out.
Yeah, so they're just gonna ride with him too. They're not working anybody out that hasn't been their MO. They're
I,
just going with it, and looks like the team overall has a little bit of momentum. So
mhm.
Um, I'm not bothered by I don't think anyone really wants to fire Jake, but it's tough when the team is just kind of like they are what they are and they're not doing anything. And I think it's why everybody's so pissed at the media this year because the media is grasping at straws to try and like find things to talk about, and they wanna do that like Angelo Cataldi, like, "Fire the coach, fire the kicker," like, it just
Yeah.
they're just not
I,
gonna do it, and the fans know they're not gonna do it, and it's just like, "What are we doing here?"
yeah, I don't want anybody fired. I don't want Jake cut from the team. I mean, Jake has earned a spot for us to give him like some leeway to say, okay, work through your issues. Firing a special teams coach like within season, I feel like it would have to be like tremendously bad of a scenario. Uh, you could argue that Elliott has lost the Eagles at least one game. I've been saying it. I thought that they lost the Bear game because of special teams. I thought his missed extra point and the missed field goal really threw everything off. It threw Nick's coaching off. He went for two and didn't need to. And that turns out to be a gotta have a game. If you beat the Bears, you have 11 wins right now in the tiebreaker over the Bears. You're in a whole different realm. And that's how fine of a line it is in the league and how incredible this league truly is. But going back to my thing about going for the 2 seed, think about last year. If one of these suspect teams that kind of like slips in the playoffs and has to fight their butt off to get into the 1, if they get knocked off, just like last year, the Lions got knocked off, you got NFC Championship at the link. And if the Eagles have home field, they're going to be dangerous. So I'd say go for it. Plus, I would love to see Jalen Hurts really, really prove to people while he's on the same field as Josh Allen that he's right in that same top 5, if not better. I mean, I think Jalen Hurts is better than Josh Allen. He's proved more overall, but Josh Allen's a big stat guy. I'd love to see Jalen just shine. That'd be great.
Yeah, the Bears game was obviously the biggest because of the tiebreaker factor, but I felt like that game they kinda got just the amount of rushing yards they gave up, they got flat out whooped, where the when you look back at, like, the Broncos game and the Cowboys game and the Chargers game, it wouldn't even mattered if you lost to the Bears. If you had, like, 2 of those games had
I
won,
know.
you'd be up a full game on them. Now you're behind 2 because of the tiebreaker. So
Mhm.
either way, either they just won that Bears game and lost all the other ones that they lost, or like won some of those other games along the way, they'd be in a whole different conversation. So
Yeah.
it's
And
super
that's why you
frustrating,
can't
but
fire that's why you can't fire coaches and nuke the whole thing. You're right there. It's like a sliver one way or the other. You've won games a sliver one way or the other. You won that Rams game by a sliver. Like you don't block that kick, you lose that game. Like that's why you can't, like, the hot take guys, and I know they have to do it for the media, but you can't be a hot take guy with this modern Eagles team. Like our Eagles team will be in it. You just have to be in the mix, and anything can happen.
this is the most valid reason to be frustrated too. It's like the Brandon Aubreys and that Jaguars kicker, I think Cam Little. There's guys out there kicking 70-yarders, and I think people just want that. They're like, he shouldn't be missing 47, 57, stuff like that within his range because there's guys out there now just like basically cheating. Like I think they're allowed to have the kicking ball, um, like
Let
all
me talk. I got to jump in on that because I've heard that argument a lot of times. I want to do, and I don't have this statistic in front of me, but I would like to line up Brandon Aubrey's kicks and Jake Elliott's kicks, and I want to know how many kicks Brandon Aubrey does inside in a dome and how many kicks Jake Elliott does outside, because 8 or 9 of Jake's games every single year are going to be outside because they're at the link, and it's not the same. Brandon Aubrey can kick 70-yard balls indoors because he's playing inside. There's no elements. And Jake is traditionally very good in domes, and weather's a factor. So Brandon Aubrey is a freak.
definitely.
He's clearly the best kicker in the league. And then the easy argument there is, who would you rather be? Have the best kicker on a team that's not making the playoffs, or be Jake? I'd rather obviously be with the Birds, but I
Yeah,
don't know. I want to know how many games Dallas played in the dome. If they played 2 or 3
yeah.
away games in a
And,
dome plus their home
and
games, that's almost every
and
game.
forget them too. The Jags guy may be the best because they're outside in Jacksonville. It's like pretty rainy and crappy there, and that guy's just
It's
wild.
warm though. It's warm though.
It's warm. It's cold. The ball's hard. It's hard to catch the ball. That's what mom would say.
Yeah, you're kicking it too
It's
hard. He's
hard.
kicking it too hard. That's what our mom would say.
Kicking it too hard. Yeah. So yeah, everyone's saying play him for the Bills and then rest him for the commies. Maybe. Don't want the long layoff. Not scared about the injuries. Everyone's coming back right at the right time, but it's the right time to be a Philadelphia fan. The Eagles clinch back-to-back NFC East titles for the first time in 21 years, since like the '04 Andy Reid team, and you had attested to it earlier with the Phillies and Eagles. I think it's the first time
Incredible
ever,
time to be
right?
alive. First time ever, Phillies, Eagles back to back together. Last year, the Phillies and the Eagles won their division. This year, the Phillies and the Eagles won the division. That's never happened in the history of Philadelphia sports. My argument was it's the greatest time ever to be a Philly sports fan. If the Flyers can make the playoffs this year, it's officially the greatest time to be a Philly fan.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody today, and they were like, "Wow." They were like, "If that game, even if it's a rest them game, they would like will love to bring their kids to the stadium that last game." He was asking me like, should I do that and just do the tailgate and go into the game for a little, have a little fun that way?" So I get him some Sixers tickets. They're pretty cool with BJ Edgecombe. Flyers, obviously, um, playing
I
well.
am
So
so disappointed the Flyers and the Eagles, or the Flyers and the Sixers, don't have any home games in the next 10 days. I'm off work for the next 10 days. And I would love to grab a weeknight up there and hit the Wells Fargo, or the Xfinity, but
I
they're
know.
away. They're away
Yeah,
like
it was a little
crazy.
bit too last minute, but, like, literally, it was like whoever responds first. Our good friends and our sponsor of the show, Ponley Hockey, posted on their story, like, "Hey, they had courtside tonight for the Sixers, like, last minute. Who wants them?" So, we'll see who gets those.
That's sick.
But, yeah, they had tickets. Yeah, they're home tonight, yeah, and then everyone's, like, away for a while. There's not really
Yeah, they're
much
away
going
all
on.
through the break.
Yeah, tonight was the last chance to go. Someone someone said, I guess while the Sixers and Flyers are away, you can get your kids tickets to Disney on Ice. I guess that's what's going on.
Actually, I'll give you a big shout on this. You gave my family Disney on Ice tickets, I think for Christmas one year, and we went. And I mean, I don't know, I had a good time. Disney on Ice, yeah, we had a good time. I like War Eagle stuff, and my kids loved it.
They still serve cheesesteaks and beer, Disney's on Ice, so
Listen,
whatever.
I can have fun anywhere. I'm in the mall generation, bro. You should get dropped off at the mall with your buddy and just walk around. Like I'm good. Just drop me off anywhere. I'll have a good time. Disney on Ice. Let's rip it.
Yeah, and the Eagles beat Washington 29-18, but that first half was brutal with the misses, and they left so many points on the table. I thought it was gonna come back to bite them. Like the 3 kicks in a row and it was 7-10,
Mhm.
and then the missed the fumble to start the game gave him 3 right off the bat. So Jake missed 2 or 3 field goals. That's like 9 points there, and then you gave him 3. You almost gave him like 12 points.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, it's
If
gonna bite him." And then they ended up whipping him, and they showed a lot of fight. They had the brawl on the sidelines, and it was
Love the
it was
brawl,
fun.
love the
Second half was fun.
angry run. Who got angry run this week? For gotta look that up, man. Saquon could have had to be a candidate for angry run this week. That one, he literally blasts through 7 guys. I saw like a breakdown of all the different broken tackles.
Yeah, counted him. Boop, 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 boop.
Incredible run. So that to me is very promising. And plus, you're going to get Lane Johnson back, so that running game's only going to get better. I got a question for you: is the tush push dead?
I don't know why they would run it. They got on the goal line there, and then they had the penalty, and they got backed up, and I just there's no point at this point. It's just not good, and it
And
hasn't
is
been good.
and the other thing I've been
I think we
screaming and
posted
yelling for all year is Tank
a
Bigsby.
10-second clip every week after the pod when I pick like a clip or 2 a day to post. I think we've have a clip every week just saying like 3rd and 1, like stop doing it.
Stop.
4th and 1,
Please stop.
2nd down and stuff. They're doing it. Cool.
I know. And Tank Bigsby is so good. Like it's criminal how good this man is and how we're not running like a two-headed back. Like, why isn't he in there to switch it up more often? Like it's bananas. I think he ended up with 17 carries against the Raiders, and then that carried into the next game. He had a beautiful touchdown run, and you saw Saquon sprint down the sideline and embrace him. Like, they're obviously like, it's a good camaraderie there. Like, get the man the ball. I got to wear to run the
Yeah,
ball hat.
using both of them. They had 207 rushing yards, 385 total yards of offense. So the Eagles had 207 rushing yards, and the Commanders in the entire game only had like about 220 yards, both passing and running together. So their rushing yards were more than almost the Commanders' total yards and the game, which is crazy. And Hurts was a standard Hurts performance, like 185. Like,
Love it.
whenever he throws too much or throws for like 200-300 yards, that's when the Eagles get in trouble. When he's like a 180 yards and a couple touchdowns, no interceptions.
40, 50 on the ground.
Yeah,
so good.
Unbelievable.
I mean, listen, the Commanders
That's
are down
the formula.
bad. It is. There's no doubt. They got to win ugly. The Commanders are down bad. Their quarterback situation's trash. I think that's a much different game if Jaden Daniels in there. So, good thing that they're cooked. So, yeah, no, listen, man, we'll take all the wins we can get, and I'm very excited to watch the Bills game this weekend.
Yeah, it gives you a good shot. The Eagles have allowed 14.9 points per game the last 7 games. So, they can keep the game in reach with Josh Allen thanks to the defense. Defense has just been amazing. They have the lowest completion percentage in the NFL this season. It's 56%. So we'll see if that carries over. And then Jalen Carter's returning. So should be a lot of fun. The games on Christmas are absolutely horrible. So before we do our Bill picks, I mean,
Christmas
I don't
is
even
the
know.
new.
We're going to talk about the NFC West being wide open and the Red Cowboys now having a shot at the 1 seed, or the Christmas games are just unwatchable.
Yeah, Dallas gets another holiday, gets another primetime slate. Like, how honestly pathetic is the Cowboys franchise? Like, can we just take a moment to like just absolutely destroy the Dallas Cowboys? Like, it's unbelievable how many TV shows and who's going to be the cheerleader and America's team and over and just continuing to try to create something that literally doesn't exist. They're irrelevant. They're one of the most irrelevant teams in the league. And they get hyped up and Dak Prescott and Walter Payton Man of the Year, blah, blah, boom, 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 missed the playoffs 2 years in a row.
Yes.
Dallas sucks.
So you have Commanders, Cowboys, and then Lions, Minnesota. That's the only game really worth watching because the Lions
still have a long
shot. They still have a long shot to, if the Packers lose and the Lions win, they'll get in there, and the Bears will hold the division.
Who's the Packers play this week?
And then that last game is Broncos Chiefs. That sucks. And the Packers play the Ravens. So the Ravens are on.
That's a gotta have it for the Ravens too.
Elimination, and it's got to have it for both of them. I thought this week was elimination for the Ravens, and they laid an egg against the Patriots. And the Patriots have only beat 2 teams with a winning record this year, and they play the Jets this week. That's terrible. Saturday, there's some good games. So that Packers game is on Saturday. So Saturday, there's a Texans, Chargers. Those are 2 playoff teams. And then there's Ravens, Packers. So Saturday has 2 really good games. Christmas sucks.
Yeah. I don't know what the NFL wants to own every day of the week. I mean, obviously, so they're putting games together. I mean, you would think looking at the schedule well ahead, like Cowboys, Washington would be sort of like an intriguing game. Real quick, you mentioned the J word, the Jets. They are atrocious. They made that guy from the Saints look like he was Joe Montana. Killed me in fantasy. The guy from the receiver from New Orleans got like 30 fantasy points. The guy had like 10 all year. I lost by 3 in my fantasy game. I can't even sleep. It was the worst beat. I've gone player by player and tortured myself. The worst playoff fantasy beat of all time. Lost by 3. Down bad.
I'm in a championship game, and DK Metcalf got suspended for the rest of the regular season
Who's your
2 games.
backup receiver?
I don't know. He's not my main guy. He's like one of my secondary guys, but still, it's like hard to
Yeah.
fill. But yeah, the NFL has made the like 1 o'clock slate really bad because you have like these holiday games and then the Saturday games now, and then the 4:30 games were good. Like the Lions Steelers game this week is really good. 4:30 game this week is obviously Eagles Bills, and then 8 o'clock at night there's the Bears Niners game, which is by far the biggest game of the week. But
Yeah.
the 1 o'clock slates now are like really thin. It's like nothing.
It's great
Go
that
to
they have
pumpkin
us
patch.
first too, because we won't know the outcome of the Bears game, so we have to play as if, well, let's hope the Bears lose. How fun of a Sunday will it be if the Eagles beat the Bills and then you get to clutch your blankie and root against Chicago at night? I love a day like that. And just let the I think say let the Red Cowboys run the table. Although I would rather see the Rams in that 1 seed. So that is there a scenario where the Rams are the 1 and we're the 2? Does that's still live? I guess so, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think you would need obviously the Seahawks to fall off a little bit, and then the Niners to lose like one of their games, and the Rams to kind of run the table here. Um, so and they play the Falcons on Monday night, so they should win and they should be in position. It's going to go to the bitter end for that NFC West. It's absolutely insane. The North was like that earlier in the year. It was like Detroit and Packers and
Yeah,
Bears all neck and neck.
yeah,
It looks like the Bears are going to run away with it though.
it's wild. That division kinda went to hell in a handbasket, and so did the Colts. Boy, oh boy, did they fall apart. Once they lost their quarterback, they had no pla You mean to tell me the Colts went into the season with the following plan: Daniel Jones and then Rivers off the street? Like, what kinda it's unbelievable. That's why it's so important to have a backup quarterback that can play. I mean, if anything, God forbid, was to happen to Jalen Hurts, at least you have confidence that Tanner McKee can run your offense. I mean, Philip Rivers, like, bumbling around back there. Ugh,
They were
that was
six
tough
and
to watch
zero, and
last
then
night.
they used 2 first-round draft picks to get Sauce Gardner, and I think
Who
he
wasn't
got
even
hurt, and
playing?
then Daniel Jones got hurt. they
Sauce
they
Gardner's
they
hurt
they
too.
killed their future. Yeah, they killed their future, and
Brutal.
but they'll all come back next year, maybe. But that was like their
Yeah.
window. People are saying the Lions' window's closing. They were hot and they were good, and Jonathan Taylor was running, and then like they just kind of fell
Listen,
off.
man, Jared Goff ain't getting any younger. He was drafted at Carson Wentz year, right? That's what, 2013? When was Carson
Yeah.
Wentz drafted? So, I mean, that's 12 years in the league. Quarterback, what's the quarterback got? Rarely they get to 15. I mean, yeah, that window's definitely closing. Jalen Hurts
Someone
is a
said this
nice
should be taken
28.
as a compliment. You look like Jim Carrey.
Oh, another Jim Carrey. Thank you. At least you didn't say I look like the girl that looks like Jim Carrey, which one of my regular trolls says. So thank you for that.
So even if the Eagles win out, they're still like highest odds to get the 3 instead of the 2. Uh, but so
Oh yeah.
the Bears are 11. I mean, not the Bears. The Bills are 11-4, and the Packers are 12-3. So like this is who needs it more? It's the Bills, and it's not even close.
Hmm.
So it's going to be heavy.
Yeah.
Uh, they're just trying to stay within a game of the Patriots because Patriots, like, unless something crazy happens, the Patriots probably aren't going to lose to the Jets this week. So the Bills are just trying to stay within that
Are you
game.
are you gonna talk yourself into picking the Eagles to win this week, or are you gonna say the Bills are home and it's kind of more of a gotta have a game and less of a gotta have a game for the Birds to muster up the strength on this one?
No, genuinely, the Bills are the favorites. They're homes. They should be the favorite. They've got everything to play for. I just genuinely think the route tree and the passing game of the Eagles has been better, and we have more stars on that side of the ball if they continue to use Tank. And I think our defense it's allowed, like I said earlier, 14.9 points per game in the last 7 games. So like I just I don't I think the Eagles defense is gonna continue to do what they do and kind of maybe
Yeah,
not for the
I
whole
will.
game, but for 2 or 3 quarters, they're gonna silence this team. I mean, the Bills are gonna have a big quarter, and they're gonna have a couple big drives, and they're gonna have explosive plays, but I just think for the better part, 60-70% of this game, the Eagles defense is gonna,
Yeah,
like,
I
shut
mean,
them down and keep this on reach.
say 14's kind of an outlier because they've held some pretty bad teams below. So you give the Bills another 8. Give 'em 8. That gets to the 23. You keep the Bills under between like 21 and 24 points, you should win that game. I mean, why? Like, sort of like every game I go into, I go Barkley, AJ, Devontae, touchdowns, maybe Goddard. That gets me to 28. And then maybe a field goal or two. That's like every game I pick the score. Like, that's what I think. Like, 3 or 4 of our main guys are going to get touchdowns, and maybe even a Jalen Hurts sneak. So I give the Eagles almost like 24 points every game, and the defense is holding teams under 19 over the season, 14 the past couple weeks. So it's not that difficult for me to talk myself into it as long as like the trends continue.
Yeah, and you got Lane coming back, and I think weather could be a factor. I like our running backs better than their running backs. I think the O-line, knock on wood, figured out they were just, like, drives were stalling because they were getting, penalties. They were getting called for holds and getting called for all
Yeah,
kinds of stuff. So, I mean, if the
I'm
O-line's
looking the weather
sound
up.
and they can run the ball better. Someone get in the comment, we got our first Jags. Jags are hot, dude. The guys that do the sports car breaks, like backyard breaks, they're heavy Jags people. Jags are good, man.
I can't wait to
Duval.
go to Jacksonville. I've heard
Go
terrible
in the
things
pool.
about the stadium and the area around it. So the Duval guy, like, is your stadium cool around it? We know a lot of guys that were down there in '04 at the Super Bowl and said it was trash. But I'm excited to go there. I would love to go down there. I know the weather's nice. There's lots of stuff to do. By the way, weather in Buffalo looks atrocious. It's like exactly like when we went
Like
between
rain.
like rain and like 30.
Yeah, I like the Eagles
40, 30,
run game.
40
I like
degrees.
Josh Allen and Cook. I like their run game too in the bad weather and the quarterback extends plays. It's gonna be a good one. Gonna be a good one.
I like how our algorithm is getting to Jags fans. That's pretty sick.
Whatever they said, it's not true. It's awesome. Stadium of the
Oh, they're
future.
building a new one too. Speaking of stadiums in the
Yeah,
future, what's your thoughts on the Chiefs, man? The Chiefs are
they're
gonna
getting it
blow
done.
up Arrowhead? That's crazy to me. It's like their identity. Like the Chief identity is Arrowhead Stadium. How could they
It's
how could
loud and it's open. If they have a dome, it's gonna be really, really loud.
but part of the loud is like it's remember that one game when they played it was a playoff game. It was one of the coldest games ever. Miami against them. Andy Reid had the ice in his beard. Like, I don't know, man. Domes are so lame.
Yeah, I think they all want that, like, SoFi Allegiant, like, on the field, like, with they're like the boxes that are, like, underground on the field that
Yeah,
have, like, the bottle service and stuff and the big boxes. They want it like Dallas, like those. I
I
think they
get
all wanna
that.
go to that.
I get it.
Um
Football was made to be
I just
played
don't know if
outside.
they have the market in Kansas City because all that stuff is corporate, all the suite sales and stuff like that. You need some, like, big brands to buy out those, like, suites and stuff and film, you know? Philly
There,
has, like, huge
I don't
brands,
think
and
we'll
we
have
don't
any
even have.
problem. I guess as long as it's retractable. But like the thing about retractable is even like when are you going to retract it, right? Obviously, like when the weather's bad. But when is it fun to play football outside when the weather's bad? So like I'm just such a old school soul when it comes to that. Like I love being outside freezing. Like I'm to the point now. This is gonna sound so weird, but like I went outside yesterday and I was raking. I was like bored, so I was like raking leaves in my backyard, and like just being outside and like the ice cold. It like I felt like I was at a tailgate. Like I associate being cold outside with going to Eagles games now because we're outside for hours. Like even the 1 o'clock game, like we got there at like 7, and you're there outside in the cold from 7 to like 7 at night, 10,
It
12 hours
screws
of
up
cold.
your gear. You almost have to, like, tailgate in gear and then take it off before you go in.
Oh, the gear situation if you're a dome team is in a cold weather town, it's got to be insane. Like it's got to be insane for people to go to a Minnesota Vikings game. Like,
To the
what do
point
you?
now where I just like wear what I wear up and throw a couple things on extra on top, and I just keep it on the whole time. It's like, it's whatever.
Yeah, yeah. But imagine if we're trying to tailgate and then you're going into a dome.
You gotta take it off and throw it in your car and be like cold walking in.
Cold walk. Yeah. Nah, I don't. I'm not about that life. Just let it be cold.
They're wacky. All right.
I'll always remember the
Before we do our
2017
pick,
when you
we'll
took
we'll
your
do our
shirt
pick
off.
to end the show of the Eagles-Bills score predictions, but I'll do some meme of the week.
Meme of the week. We need a meme of the week theme song, bad.
It's coming. Mizzy and Twin are working on some intro to the show or something.
Sick.
I got their studio time covered.
Nice. They deserve it. They've done a lot for us.
They're good. All right. I'm gonna go with my meme of the week.
Is it you
My
hold the
runner-up is
lollipop?
gonna be my McDonald's video because it's a shameless brand plug.
Do it. Do it. Pay the bills.
But yeah, it's fire.
I told you they were gonna get the sack.
I legit have redeemed it like a lot. I'd say how many games have the Eagles played? I'd say I redeemed it probably like
11.
eight times. I
That's
think I've eaten
awesome.
like 8 Big Macs this season, and I have bad points, so sometimes I don't even use the Eagles get a sack thing. Sometimes like I had like 6,000 points, I just get it for straight up free.
Straight
So
up. Then you got to do the double order. You can't do the
yeah,
you got to do the order at once and then
you gotta
order
do it in the
again when you
kiosk. That's how
the
you use up all
kiosk.
your points. You gotta use the
Yeah.
kiosk.
Yeah, the kiosk is nice. Um,
And then my main one is gonna be oh, this one I made. I sequenced this from another page. Like this knockout had like 4 or 5 million views from somebody's
yeah, that
TV.
was a crazy, crazy fight.
And then I uh on edits I overlaid this stuff myself. I liked it. I thought I was gonna mush the Eagles by like calling them the Redskins and
Yeah, all that.
yeah.
I'll go runner up. I'll go lollipop Phil, which you were kind of busy in the past week. Did you get that meme?
It's like an AI prompt, right?
It's
It's
an
like a
AI,
trend.
yeah. So like now, like the thing is like people's prompts go viral. So you're trying, but I literally was stunned that it photoshopped your face in so incredibly perfect. Like nailed
It's
that.
good.
It's
At
so
first,
good.
it didn't look like me, and then it really did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, it looks amazing, and it's
The
even
more
like
you look,
the sunglasses you kind of wear sometimes. That picture is you and me. I cropped your face out of you putting the Super Bowl ring on at the Raider
oh my
game.
gosh.
And then meme of the week, you can visit YouTube and we're gonna have 15 seconds of Zen relaxation before we beat. This is me working with a digital creator in another country, which was hilarious in and of itself to try to put this thing together. It's the Eagles 4K cozy cabin, 8 hours, relaxing, fiery, crackly Eagles cozy
Oh,
cabin.
I have to go to YouTube, so I'm not able to pull it up, but
Oh, I was
self-explanatory.
stalling. That's why I was giving it along to so my meme of the week, you're gonna have to go to our YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe. It is the Eagles Cozy Cabin, which is awesome. I put it on and then I mute the TV and then I play Christmas music from the Bluetooth and it's a 10 out of 10.
Yeah. Another shameless plug, the iHeart app has amazing commercial-free playlists. They have, like, a just iHeart Radio Christmas. They have a
Bang.
Christmas classics one that's, like, more of the, like, old stuff, the Fred Astaire stuff, and then they have, like, country. They have iHeart Pop, which has, like, all your, Pop Christmas, which has all, like, the Justin Bieber type crap, and, like, Ariana Grande and, like, a lot of Mariah Carey, like, on it regularly. Yeah, there's,
All
like
right, and I got one more challenge question for you too. I'm gonna throw you on the spot. I'm gonna give you the question, and I'll give you my answer to give you time to think, because I've been trying to come up with like a Christmas question to ask. Right? I got to rant for a second. I am so sick and tired of people debating whether or not Die Hard is or isn't a Christmas movie. Like, do we have to do it? Like, you guys have been doing that same bit for like 10 years in a row. Like, nobody cares. We don't want to hear your take if Die Hard's a Christmas movie or not. I'm not even going to give my take because I'm sick of hearing people's takes on it. So I'm moving on with my life. And then the next thing everybody does is your favorite Christmas movie. So mine is going to be completely different. I've heard nobody ask this question. What is your favorite newly released Christmas movie? And when I say newly released, in the past like 5-ish years. So like really, really newer Christmas movie. And I'll give you a second to think about it. If you have it off the top of your head, you can say it. But if not, I'll tell you mine first.
I don't know if it's my favorite, but trying to think of ones that came out recently too. But
There's been actually like a bunch of really good ones. You got that Rock one. I don't know what it's called, but it's like the Rock Santa. My choice. There's a couple good animated ones.
I boycotted the Illumination
Grinch.
what you call it? The Illumination Grinch for like a long time. And I watched that with the family and we really liked
It's a good
it a
answer.
lot.
It's a great answer.
So that I'll go I boycotted it, but then Illumination's on fire. They did the Super Mario Brothers collab, and there's like a couple other like kids movies that like we had to go out and see. So now I'm like an Illumination guy, and I watched that Grinch finally. It was 2019, so it took me 4, 5, 6 years to watch it.
Yeah, that one will be one that will always be awesome for me because that was the first movie movie theater movie I ever took my son to. So you'll remember that when you do that. You'll just like, even if the movie's bad or good, you'll just kind of always have a special place because you did that. And so like around the holidays when that Grinch came out, I actually saw it in the theater. So that's on there. But my pick is, and I don't know how I didn't see this movie. I guarantee you probably never saw this movie either. You're just like, how did I miss this thing? I think it came out COVID Christmas, which is probably how you missed it because God knows you're trying to do all that stuff. It's 8-Bit Christmas. Have you ever seen that with Neil Patrick Harris and his quest to get a Nintendo Entertainment System for Christmas?
No, I've not seen 8-Bit Christmas, no.
10 out of 10. I'm here to tell you,
definitely watch that.
8-Bit Christmas is a 10 out of 10. It's on HBO Max if you have HBO Max.
I went on a date with two women, and it was around COVID. I went on a date with 2 women. It was around COVID. And it was Khaleesi Christmas. Last Christmas.
Khaleesi Christmas was terrible.
It was bad.
That I saw.
Yeah, there's nobody in the theater. There was like 3 people. And it was peak Christmas, like go see that movie. And I think they had like COVID. Nobody's gone.
Red One. That's the one with The Rock. It just came to me.
Red One was pretty good. And I liked Klaus a lot when that came out.
Klaus is definitely top 5. And then have you ever seen I don't know, I like the Klaus. I don't know, what can I say? And Christmas Chronicles. That's the other one. Like my kids go crazy for that. Yeah. That's like Goldie Hawn and
we did the top 5 and yours was like Emmett Otter. We did the Glenn Mack.
We did that. No, that's top 5 all time. This new top 5 is top 5 of recently released Christmas movies. And then one more for you that's really great is the Jack Black one. It's like Dear Satan. It's Dear Santa.
Yeah, I watched that last year when he's
that was
when he
last
gets
ye's
to
killer movie.
with Post
So
Malone.
8-Bit
That movie
Christmas
was
and that.
killer.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, we had everybody down here at the house. We had a bunch of company and we watched that. It was awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's my rant. I'm trying to not be old, but the 40-year-old guys like fighting about Christmas Vacation and Die Hard, like, we're good. See, you don't have to go through it
Yeah, they
anymore.
did it
We're
on
good.
Philly radio, and then I had like the national like ESPN radio on, and they were like doing Die Hard.
It's an exhausting debate. It's an exhausting.
I don't even think I've have ever even watched Die Hard.
See, now we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk about it, and then they're gonna clip this.
I've never watched it, so I'm not getting it.
It's an action movie that happens to take place at Christmas time. Whether
I know that much.
Does that make it is it a Christmas movie or not?
The
based
best
on that
clip I saw, you probably saw too, because you're the same algorithm. Now I'm getting into it. Is Macaulay Culkin said that movie would still work if it was on a different day, like if it was on St. Patrick's Day or it was on Halloween, like the movie would still go. That's why it's not a Christmas movie. I thought that was a good answer. And he said like Home Alone, like
has to be
it
because the
has
mom's
to
trying
be
to.
Christmas. It doesn't work. Like, I mean, I guess they could just go on a random trip and leave him there, and it's not the holidays. But both movies
No,
are
but
heavy.
no, because the key is the burglars are only burglarizing the neighborhood because it's Christmas and everybody left the whole neighborhood. So it has to be Christmas.
Has to be.
I just pulled that right out. That's how many times I've seen Home Alone.
Now the biggest flaw in that movie is like all flights
Everything.
to Europe, all flights to Europe are at night, so that when you wake up, you're there the next day, and they're like leaving in the morning, and the taxi's picking them up in the morning. All Europe flights, if you're leaving like out of New York or Chicago, it's like they're red eyes. They're like 10, 11 at night, and then you land and it's morning in Paris.
How about this one? Say that
It's
flight even exists. Yo, Ma Bell, the phone's gonna be out for 5 days or whatever. Okay, so the phone's out, so they can't call, but yet Kevin orders the pizza. The phones are down, but somehow he gets a pizza delivered to his house. How did that happen? And the phones are down, but yet the aunt lady is calling everybody from the airport, and everybody's in the neighborhoods. She's going to the machine. So, which way is it? That's the biggest flaw of Home Alone.
There you go. All right.
Oh, Eagles, and one more Christmas Easter egg. Home Alone. While we're on the Home Alone, in Home Alone 2, his Fuller's pajamas at the very, very, very end of the movie. I guarantee you this is a factoid you didn't know. Are dinosaur pajamas. And if you remember in the first Home Alone, when he's in church talking to old man Marley, he says, he's talking about, and I knew a kid that wore dinosaur pajamas to school once, and somebody nailed him, right? Like the line, something like that. And then Fuller has dinosaur pajamas on in the second movie.
My gosh.
Heavy.
These are
the things I walk around with in my brain all day.
You're watching. And honorable mention to, I don't know if they actually took it, the Nady taking the W trash can.
Oh, that was amazing. I think I've seen the trash can in Philly somewhere, so I think the trash can made it back to Philly.
They made it on the bus. That's awesome.
That's crazy.
Good, cool. So I'm gonna take the Eagles. Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna score 30. I don't think so.
Jake
And they
Elliott
just did
kicks, like,
29-18, so I can't do that. So I'm gonna do 27-24 Eagles.
I'll do 28-17, which is no field goals. So you're considering Jake making a field goal. I say it's just 4 even touchdowns, and we can hold the Bills under. So 28-17.
That's it. All right, we'll see y'all. Have happy holidays. And
Merry Christmas.
Oh, I don't know if they're still there, but the Eagles, like, verified Eagles, they weren't like resale on Ticketmaster. There was wildcard tickets on there. They were like
Oh, wow.
$240. But yeah, the
Oh,
Eagles
that's
dumped a bunch.
good. 240 is
yeah.
good.
But you could draw like a Monday still, because it could be Saturday, Sunday, Monday wildcard weekend. So you
Yeah,
could
I
draw
gotta
like
look
a
at
Monday
I gotta
night,
look at my
and then
work
we'll
schedule. If we draw the Monday night game, I could be down horrendous. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I can't even think about that.
I don't think they will, because they're gonna be 2 marquee teams, 2 big markets, but never know.
Never know.
Someone sent us an email. Hello. We like your choice of red one, so we'll talk to you on the interwebs. We'll see you all next week.
Merry Christmas.